Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. Today, I'm talking about what you do when you are thinking that something seems too good to be true. Are you ready? Let's get started. You've heard the phrase, when something seems too good to be true, ... it probably is. You've heard it, you've said it, and you've thought it. And sometimes it's accurate, right? But when we stop in that moment, like when we hear that phrase or say that to ourselves, well, that seems too good to be true, and we just stop right then, it may cause us to miss opportunities. I'm encouraging us to go past that moment to look a little deeper. Here are some questions to consider when you hear that in your head. That seems too good to be true. First is, why do you think it's too good to be true? Like sometimes things are just good and you maybe deserve them and maybe it's okay. So first is, why do you think it's too good to be true? And then secondly, the question would be, what is the risk if it isn't? So man, that seems really good. What if I move into that opportunity? What if I do that thing? What's the worst that could happen? And a lot of times, while we might not get everything we think it's going to be, it isn't necessarily going to be all that bad. Or maybe while we don't get the moon, we hit something pretty good, even though we don't get exactly what we thought it could have been. What's the risk if it isn't quite as good as it seems? And then the third question is, why might someone make this offer and it still be of benefit to you? In my experience, the reason we ask ourselves that question, we think about that, it's too good to be true, is we think it's a ruse. We think it's a scam. We think it's a pyramid. Like there's something about it that just can't possibly, there's something we're just missing. And I'm encouraging, rather than just dismiss it out of hand, to see what it is that we might actually be missing, right? There certainly are ruses and scams, and we've got to be careful. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't just immediately discard them and move on. I want to give you an example right now, a very real and very personal and very immediate example of this is what we call Virtual LeaderCon. Virtual LeaderCon is a 4-day-long virtual leadership conference. I'll be joined by 30 experts where we will unpack their latest thinking and ideas. And you can join us virtually as a part of our interactive audience for free. And you might even win some prizes. And you may say, man, that seems too good to be true. I can just show up for free. It's not going to cost me anything. Well, the question is, what's the risk? Well, there's not much risk. All you're really risking is some of your time. And you might say, well, why, Kevin, would you make us that offer? Well, there's good reason, because we want you to like it so much that if you can't attend it all, that you want to have access to the recordings. And we'll make those recordings available to you at a small investment, but you don't have to take that investment. And we also are doing it because we want you to rely on us more as your partner as you develop your leadership skills and the leadership skills of your organization. So it may seem too good to be true. 4 days, 30 experts, best-selling authors all over, all for free, live. Well, it's really not too good to be true because it's just that good. Let me close with today's tweet. If something seems too good to be true, it's a cue to understand it better, not dismiss it out of hand. Let me say it one more time. Virtual LeaderCon. 4 days. Virtual, a leadership conference for the ages. September 12th through 15th, 2022. All free and all for you. Joining me are 30 leadership experts to help you become the leader you were born to be. If you miss any of it, or if you are hearing this after those dates have passed, it's not too late for you to learn from Virtual LeaderCon. All of the sessions will be recorded and available to you at a small investment to have lifetime access to the recordings. Free or later, either way, I hope to see you at Virtual LeaderCon, and I look forward to seeing you next week right here for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast.